My name's Tyler, and today we're going to go over which editing software is the best one for you to use. So I like to compare these programs using 5 basic categories. And now let's roll into it. So if you skim through the transitions on iMovie, you'll find out very quickly that most of them are a bit too corny and they're just flat out unusable. If you were to use iMovie, I would say avoid using the transitions that they have installed for you. Maybe you could download some, or you could just naturally transition from one scene to the next. So obviously in Final Cut Pro there's going to be a much larger variety of transitions, but I would say if you're using that software, a lot of transitions on Final Cut Pro are also unusable, but there are some pretty good ones too. A phrase I would use to describe the effects on iMovie is limited but usable. So as you see, the filters on iMovie only have like a particular use to them. Now on the other hand, iMovie does have some pretty usable built-in sound effects. Final Cut Pro has a much larger variety of filters and effects, which will give your video a cleaner look. Now on the other hand, the sound effects in Final Cut Pro do compare very similarly to iMovie. As a matter of fact, most of them are the same. You only get a few differences from the sound effects in Final Cut Pro. You probably figured the free software is much simpler than the expensive software. If you're just beginning video editing, I would say start with iMovie and then you should adjust to Final Cut Pro. So I would say the text is one of the biggest differences between iMovie and Final Cut Pro. My one piece of advice if you're using iMovie is to not use the text as much as possible. It is not customizable at all, which in Final Cut Pro it is completely customizable. You can pretty much change everything about the text. In iMovie, there's a few different fonts and that's all you have to choose from. So let's get down to the price tag. These two softwares are only available on Apple computers. Final Cut Pro, you have to get it separately, and it costs a whopping $300, which is definitely out of the budget for most people. So if you compare price tag to price tag, it really makes it a much tougher decision in which software you should use. However, you can watch my previous video where I give step-by-step instructions on how to keep Final Cut Pro on your computer for free. So if you're looking into getting a free program worth $300, check out my last video. It'll be up in the iCard. Now that we've briefly gone over both of the softwares, it is your decision to decide which one is the best fit for you. If you found the video helpful, make sure to leave a like, slap the subscribe button, let me know what you want to see next. Until next time, Tyler, peace.